Rusty the Rooster was the king of Sunny Meadow Farm every single morning, without fail. As the first hint of pink touched the horizon, he'd climb to the highest point of the fence, puff out his chest, and let out a magnificent cock-a-doodle-doo. It wasn't just a noise. It was an alarm clock, a call to action, the official start of the day. The cows would start mooing, the sheep would begin their bleating, and the pigs would snort their way to the breakfast trough. Rusty felt incredibly important, the conductor of a farmyard orchestra. But lately, something had changed. The cows seemed more interested in their cud than his crow. The sheep barely looked up from their grazing. Even the pigs, once his most enthusiastic audience, just seemed to grunt and get on with their day. "They don't appreciate me anymore," Rusty grumbled to himself one afternoon, kicking at a loose stone. "They've forgotten who wakes them up. They've forgotten who starts their day. What's the point if no one even says thank you?" The thought festered, growing from a small seed of doubt into a big, leafy plant of resentment. That evening, as the farm settled down for the night, Rusty made a decision. "I'll show them." He clucked under his breath. "They'll see how much they need me when I'm gone." Under the cover of darkness, he found a loose board in the fence, squeezed through, and took his first steps into the big, wide world. The silence of the forest was immediate and unnerving. Every rustle of leaves sounded like a monster. Every hoot of an owl felt like a warning. The world he had imagined as a grand adventure was actually just dark, cold, and a little bit terrifying. The next morning, back at Sunny Meadow Farm, chaos reigned. The sun was high in the sky, but everyone was still groggy. The cows mooed with confusion. The sheep wandered aimlessly. And the farmer was late with breakfast because his rooster alarm hadn't gone off. "Where's Rusty?" bleated a little lamb. "I'm so hungry," grunted a piglet. They all looked at the empty fence post, and a wave of regret washed over the farm. They had taken him for granted. His morning call wasn't just a noise, it was the rhythm of their lives, the beat that held their community together. Meanwhile, Rusty was having a terrible time. He had tried to crow to a group of squirrels, but they just chittered and threw acorns at him. He tried to impress some wild birds, but they just flew away, unimpressed. He was hungry, tired, and very, very lonely. He missed the familiar sounds of his farm, the lowing of the cows, even the snorting of the pigs. He missed his fence post. He missed being needed. He realized his job wasn't about getting applause, it was about being a part of something, a family. With his tail feathers drooping, Rusty began the long walk back. He arrived just as the sun was beginning to set, feeling small and silly, but as he squeezed back through the fence, a cheer went up. The cows mooed a welcome, the sheep bleated with joy, and the pigs ran to greet him. They hadn't just missed his crow, they had missed him. That night, Rusty slept more soundly than he had in weeks, nestled in his coop, surrounded by his friends. The next morning, as the sun began to rise, he flew to his post, took a deep breath, and let out the loudest, proudest, most beautiful cock-a-doodle-doo the farm had ever heard. And this time, he wasn't crowing for attention, he was crowing for his family. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed Rusty's story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the farm.